Welcome back to Dawn Patrol. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Chelsea Cannell, and I am here with our Deputy Commissioner, Travis Logie. Travis, you have been checking out conditions all morning long. We were wondering how they were going to look today, and you've had a look. So what's it going to be?
Yeah, the swell's dropped and the onshore's still howling, and it's pretty much the worst day of the waiting period so far, so we definitely won't be having any surfing today. We'll check back tomorrow. The next couple of days look a lot more promising, so yeah, we'll check back early tomorrow morning.
All right, so you heard that, Joe. It is the worst day of the waiting period, according to Travis, so we are off. But the good news is we have a special guest on the desk. We've been waiting for him all morning, so I'm going to let you take it away.
Oh, yeah, he was here bright and early, as we'd like to introduce two-time U.S. Open champ, longtime CT competitor, the California kid, Brett Simpson.
Hi, guys.
Yeah,
how are you?
Thanks for coming on, Brett. How's your trip been so far?
Yeah, it's good. You know, it's definitely gotten a lot better, making some heats here. And, yeah, it's been a long one. I did the Azores and Cascais and then France and here. So it's been about 2 months, and luckily had the family. Been going good, and you know, trying to finish it off with a bang.
Really cool. I was thinking about how you started this contest. You had some pretty heavy clashes out of the gates, especially round one. Joel Parkinson, Italo Ferreira, and especially when Parka opened up with a 9.5. How did you come back in that one?
Yeah, that heat, luckily when he got that first wave, I was able to counter really quick. I just took off on the next wave and kind of hucked in air, and then was able to finish. And I think I got an 8, so I kind of covered the spread real quick right there. And then just from then on, it was hoping that I got a backup that was maybe 2 points better than his score. So, and it wasn't easy by any means out there. So I was giving myself the chance, and yeah, no, I was stoked. That was obviously a big heat because anytime Joel finds a wave like that early, it kind of clamps you down. So, and Italo, I think, also only needed like maybe a 7-8 point range because he had an 8 as well. So, and it's funny, all 3 of us are in the quarters now. So that was a pretty cool heat.
I thought your post-heat interview was really cool because you mentioned how, you know what, I'm going to go out there and be more aggressive than normal and just lay it all out there. And obviously, it helped you surf with more confidence. And talk us about that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that heat, I felt like maybe a little bit more free, but then the heat versus Slater, I actually surfed a really good heat, and he gave me a hard time about being like a Brazilian sitting on him. So I thought that's pretty funny. You know, the guy's won 300 freaking heats, and he's giving me a hard time. So
I was a little rich.
That kind of really irked me even more. But I guess it's a compliment. You know, he's kind of got under his skin, and you know, that's part of the game. I'm trying to win heats. He's obviously the greatest ever. So yeah, I just rolled with it, and kind of gave me some fire into the next few heats to do well, and yeah, just keep going.
Traditionally, you do pretty well at the back end of the year, so I was thinking, wow, maybe Brett, when his back is up against the wall, that's where you compete with more aggression. Is that fair?
Pressure guy. No, I don't know. I do enjoy that. I enjoy like having a goal. Like maybe that's something I've lacked. You know, I've lacked kind of setting a goal for myself, and so now I have this goal that I can achieve, and I see it. You know, so and it's a big shot, but I mean, that's part of sports, professional. Like maybe there's been things that you know, I didn't set high enough for myself. Like I obviously was very stoked to make the tour, and then this is my 6th year, and I've been kind of just dwindling around. So it's been frustrating, but also, I mean, to be on this tour, especially now, like this year and the last few years, I feel like I've been the hardest I've ever been at any point. So to be kind of in the realm, and I know like I can compete with all the guys, you know, it's just obviously we always say finding that consistency, but that's really what it is. And
well, Brett, it's exciting to see you back in the quarterfinals. We know it's been a few years since you've made it this far in a contest, and we look at your matchup, and it's Frederico Moraes, who's been a bit of a giant killer, putting 9s at every round, taking out Fanning, upsetting the world title race. Have you given that heat a lot of thought, and what's your take on Frederico surfing?
Yeah, no, he's been precise this whole event. Obviously, I want to say he won his first round heat.
That's right, with a 9.
With a 9, yeah, and then with versus Adriano and Kolohe, that both were like they both had huge scores. So, yeah, and then he went and surfed really good against Mick. You know, I thought Mick's kind of 8 something, maybe was on a little lower side, but that's part of it. I mean, and then after that, he won his 3-man heat versus Nat and Joel. So yeah, he's been on a roll, but I obviously feel like I've been on tour for 6 years, have that kind of how it works a little bit more. I know he's got a good camp on his side, but yeah, I feel like I've got to say I have the advantage. he's obviously beat Mick this event, but I beat Kelly, so we both have something going on.
Huge role, Brett, in this contest, taking out Kelly in your first quarterfinal since 2011 against wildcard Federico Moraes. Can we hang on to you for another segment?
Yeah.
Got some questions about claims for Brett
yeah.
Simpson. That's coming up next. We'll see you then.